It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he's worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Right to the air is Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. In motion, Aguilar. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A first down carry for Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
And you'll hear all the time that he's really a power forward who plays above the rim, and he does have a basketball background. But I think the Bills got a receiver to match their environment as well. Big, strong, physical, can go across the middle and catch the football.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Justin Matabike.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Has his man. It's Shakir.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Here's Allen to throw it.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The quick feet by Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's got this down to the 35.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson, options out left. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Allen.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Good-looking run there by Cook as he picks up a 1st down. And he's established himself now as one of the best backs in the NFL, finishing in the top 5 in rushing last year for the first time in his career.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Here's a diving catch right side.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a 2nd here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coleman, the man in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Now 2nd and 9.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Ravens taking the field.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Flowers going to go in motion right.
Play action. Now Jackson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And the tight end goes in motion left. From the gun, Jackson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen looking on the out route. He finds Shakir. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Davis. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Coleman has it here right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Allen now looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run with Cook. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. In motion, Aguilar. He'll start with a give to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing is Jackson. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
Bass on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
In motion, Aguilar. And they'll accept that penalty. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin with a run by Davis, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and 8. It's Davis on the counter. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, 56 yards. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. 2nd down and a yard. Jackson will throw again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
To throw is Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw again is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.